Welcome to the real world, episode 34. I'm David Cenevil, also known as Chaos Mr. 718, and this is Akilah Etienne.
And I'm Akilah Etienne.
We here with Rickard Jean-Noel. We're going to interview him. Nah,
how you doing, guys? This is Rickard Jean-Noel. Welcome to the 34th episode of The Real Word. I thank all you guys for being here with us today. Thank you for keep supporting us. Shout out to my co-host Cameau that couldn't make it with us today, but I'm usually here. Shout out to all the supporters that have been watching. Shout out to all the people that's been donating to the diaper drive.
Diapers.
Currently, we're trying to give away 60,000 diapers and about 40,000 formulas. We're going to do that once the not-for-profit fully hits. So right now, we're collecting as much funds as we can. Shout out to all the people that donated thus far. To donate, go www.gofundme.com/therealword. That's www.gofundme.com/therealword. We also thank everybody that's been watching us on television. Shout out to the Brick TV for having us on cable television syndicated. We're on TV every Thursday at 4 p.m. So that's every Thursday at 4 p.m. You can catch us there live every Thursday. And shout out to everybody that's subscribed to the YouTube, www.youtube.com/therealword. But enough about me. So I have two special people in the house tonight. You guys, these are new faces to you, but familiar faces to me. So introduce yourselves, guys, one more time and tell the people a little bit about yourselves.
Well, my name is Akilah Etienne. Go by Akilah. I am a opera singer.
An opera singer.
Opera singer.
A female opera singer.
Yes, we exist. We are real. And there's a few of us. I'm not the only one. But yes, a black opera singer. I also am a recording artist. I'm working on dropping some music soon. But yeah, professional actress and as well as writer, dancer.
She's a triple threat, child. Triple threat.
All three. I got the triangle. Yeah, and that's me.
Cool. Mm-hmm. What about you?
Me,
tell them about yourself.
If you're from Brooklyn, you probably know me. I probably skated past you or something.
Brooklyn.
I probably know your whole hood.
Is Brooklyn in the house?
Brooklyn is here.
Without a doubt.
Brooklyn College representing right here. I went to Brooklyn College.
That's what's up.
Shout out to Brooklyn College. I went to Canarsie, so I'm from.
Shout out to Canarsie.
I dropped out, but I was good.
Shout out. Nobody asked.
Yeah. I'm basically just a recording artist. I just I design clothes and I skateboard. But I go by Chaos Mr. 718. I used to be like a SoundCloud rapper, but now I'm like on iTunes and Tidal and Spotify. So y'all can check me out. Just search Chaos Mr. 718. Got something dropping on the 15th called Trolling Some Loud. Shameless plug.
Trolling Some Loud?
Trolling Some Loud. Don't mind me.
Well, what's that about exactly?
It's basically about a moment in my life where I just needed a drink and a blunt, but that was a moment in my life. And I captured that moment in a song.
I mean, sometimes they said that the most powerful artists is those that wear their heart on their sleeves and they bleed on the canvas, and that blood, pain, and anguish creates the most beautiful art.
Definitely. I believe in that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
And for the fact that we have two artists on the show today, an opera singer and a rapper.
Two worlds.
Two different worlds, but it should make for interesting television. So shout out to everybody that's watching. We're going to have an interesting show today for us. So let's start off. How did you guys get started off with music? Let's start off with David, and then we go to Miss Opera right here.
Okay.
Go ahead, Mr. David.
Well, I really, music is my first love. I tell every girl I ever met that music is my first love. So you don't
think that'll make them jealous?
It does. It really does. It really does. But then they hear the music, and then it becomes their first love.
If it makes them jealous, then they're not. Music is supposed to be
universal
before everything else.
Exactly.
I feel the same way. Yeah.
Facts. But yeah, I really started writing poetry when I was young, and I started like freestyling. Like freestyling is where I really I met my best. Like you know what I mean? Like just rapping, freestyling, or whatever.
That's when you and yet.
In my element, yeah. But when my pen caught up to my freestyle, then I became more of a recording artist. I started writing a lot more songs You know, I'm Haitian, Guyanese. She's Haitian and Guyanese. That's crazy.
Ça passe.
Ça passe, on va connaître. Tout haïtien, tout peuple. Les deux men, on peut déjà connaître. Dans le créole.
I'm tapped out of my Creole right there.
But yeah, I started writing music, and like I was working with this producer named Little Christ. Like,
yeah, I remember.
You remember Little Christ? Yeah, Little Christ, big producer. Him and his father, Richie Melody, Richie Albino, dope producers. You know, just dope producers. And you know, they put out my first couple projects. I used to sell CDs outside, you know, downtown. Yeah. I used to sell CDs in Times Square. I sold a lot of CDs. So
you was one of them.
I was one of them dudes. I was one of them dudes. Yeah, caught my CD.
No, I bought a couple of
them. But the difference is with me, like before I used to sell a CD, instead of just telling you I used to spit for you. And when I spit for you, they'd be like, "Oh, I'm getting this," you know. So I sold a lot of CDs.
Oh, so you used to advertise yourself?
Yeah, I was like a working billboard.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah. Then I recorded a lot of stuff with my friends from East New York. E34 is a group I had with me, Shotty Santana. Shout out to Shotty Santana. Pooh, shout out to Pooh. Pooh is there. Yeah, I was recording with them, E34. Rest in peace to Corey. Shout out to Corey. Rest in peace. He was like one of the original members, but you know he passed away in Elton Park. Rest in peace to him. And you know, just making music. You know, we had beef with some other groups in the area. We had to battle with them and stuff. Yeah, they pulled up. You know, shout out to Black Runners.
Everybody's getting shout out today.
Shout out to Creeper. Creeper is always there, backing with me. You know what I'm saying? Creeper, Patrick Cole, you know who you are. You know what I'm saying? It's music-wise, like I've always been in tune with myself as far as music. You know, a lot of people never caught on, you know, but they respect, you know, my talent and my ability to make beautiful music. And you know, I'm still living off of that respect from years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So let me ask you a question, because me and you spoke about this a few months or weeks back. You said that you feel that your music career could have gotten even bigger if it wasn't for the gatekeepers that didn't allow you in, because you wasn't willing to do certain things.
I mean, there's always a dark side to the industry. I'm pretty sure everybody that's ever an artist knows this. This is the truth. This is the facts. And you know, a lot of times where I thought I was gonna make it, you know, it was always like a block, you know what I'm saying? A block that I wasn't willing to cross, you feel me?
And why weren't you willing to cross it?
I mean, let's talk about 6 years ago, before I had my daughter.
Okay.
Shout out to my daughter, July. I love you. Daddy love that baby.
July. Was she born in July?
She was born in July, July 10th. I was born in July also. Okay. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm taking the whole interview. What's up, Akela?
That's your time. We'll come back to me.
All right.
Right. You're
interesting question. Yeah, I have a lot to talk about. But the industry is very shady. You know, I met people such as Jay-Z.
Said that.
I met Jay-Z. I met Kanye West.
Yeah.
I rapped for Big Sean before. You know what I mean? I met Chrisette Michelle, Kevin Lyles, Don C, a bunch of people. Me and Little Christ opened up for Swiss Beats in 2004. So, you know, I've been doing this.
That's what's up.
You know, on stage, Elephant Man, everybody. You know, Carrie Kill. Shout out to Carrie Kill. He was there that night. A lot of things, man. Music is just very shady. Like, and if you're not prepared to sacrifice everything you're willing to everything, you know what I'm saying? Your soul, basically. If you're not willing to sacrifice your soul, then it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. You're gonna be my age, like, damn. How come I didn't make it? But you know, at the end of the day,
so you're telling me that I need to sacrifice my soul?
No, I'm telling you that you shouldn't, and you can still make it to. You can still be somebody without that. Like, I got on iTunes, I got on Tidal, I got on Spotify without no deal. I don't have no record deal with nobody. I'm not with nobody. It's just me.
Okay, so my soul, your soul
is safe.
Okay,
your soul is safe.
Confirm that, because my soul just got here.
I see you on the check-in line.
What up, man? That's my little bro. He always up here. I had to pull up, man. I had to.
So basically, because you wasn't willing to make those type of sacrifices, you feel like it hindered your whole career?
It kind of did, but at the end of the day, a hit record would take me right where I need to be. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. All right, so what about you, Akela? What about you? How did you get your start in opera and music and pursuing this career and getting this far as you are?
Well, I started singing. I actually started playing violin first when I was 4 years old. My brother.
So you classically trained?
Yeah, classically trained all around. Mozart, Beethoven, Love them.
Bach.
Bach it up. Yeah, so I started off with violin training at Queens College. I used to go there for their prep center program. And I always wanted to be on stage. I would always try to find my way there in whatever way I could. But I always sang, like I was just too shy. So I used music in other ways, but I didn't sing until I was like maybe 11 or 12. I got asked to audition for a musical. So one of my friends was like, I know you can sing, like, I know you can, you keep hiding it, like, come audition for this show, like,
pull up.
do it, yeah, pull up. So I was like, all right, whatever. I pulled up, and from then I fell in love with musical theater, with just not being afraid, you know, like kind of confronting it, and that was it. In high school, I was in professional choirs. I sang with this choir called YSPB. Shout out to YSPB, Youth Singers of the Palm Beaches. Youth Singers. Woo! We out here. We in Brooklyn today.
Where are you from? Florida?
I'm from Brooklyn originally, and moved to Florida.
It shipped that she was being bad. They shipped me out. They send you right to Florida or Haiti.
Right. They know for real. My mom actually was like, you know, you got to know your Haitian side a little bit more, so we're going to put you right in Miami, like, right in the middle of all of it. So, you know, then I picked up my couple phrases in Creole, and I went from there. But, yeah, I joined the Youth Singers, and, you know, we toured around the country. I got to sing in New Mexico, and, you know, we went to California, all kind of places. Miss Cali. I went to Texas. Texas was dope. Shout out to Texas. I've been once since then. But yeah, just a lot of you know, choirs. I was really a choir person first, and
it would seem that most singers in the music industry, oftentimes when they start singing, they start off in the choir.
Yeah.
Like Whitney Houston started in church, the Destiny Child started in church. Usually they start in church and they venture out into the quote-unquote world. So I'm guessing you have a religious upbringing, right?
I do. I was brought up on the Bible, went to Christian schools, you know.
What was your denomination growing up?
Baptist, you could say. I think Baptist. We were non-denominational.
Okay, cool.
But
cool.
yeah,
I was a Baptist also. I think.
Yeah. I think.
I don't know what
any
Pastor
kind
John,
of conglomerate of black people, I consider it to be Baptist. Yeah. I don't know.
Shout out to Pastor
could be
John.
Problematic, but.
So let me ask you a question, right? Did singing in a church help you develop as a singer? Because even in the church, you know, when you preach, it helps you develop as a public speaker. Like, it helped me, you know. I started preaching in the church. It developed me as a public speaker, and now I not only preach in church, I give motivational speeches at churches, you know, at homeless shelters, different places, wherever.
He's the GOAT.
They ask me. Nah, not yet. But
on your way to goatness.
Maybe. Shout out to all the West Indian restaurants with the curry goat.
Yo, I just had curry goat. I just had curry goat like 2 days ago.
So that helped me with my public speaking, and I know singing in a church, you know, it's a whole congregation watching you as you sing. So did that help you like get over certain things like stage fright and singing in public and things of that nature?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, because I was so used to singing with groups, like it wasn't scary to me. It was just kind of like I'm just presenting something. I'm just doing. We're all like, when you sing with a group like that, you're all aiming for one message. Like the conductor, you're following the conductor. You're following one person. You're all saying one message. So when it came time for me to start doing solos, I would do solos in the choir. So it felt like I'm just stepping up away from the people for just a second, you know, and but I'm still with everybody, you know. So after a while, then when it came time to do solo, I would kind of just be like, I'll just pretend I'm singing in a choir, like to make me feel like, you know, like there's people around, like it's the same sort of thing. And yeah, it helped me, you know, it helped me a lot.
That's what's up.
I used to sing with Times Square Church, actually, a few years back.
Times Square Church, shout out to Times Square Church.
Yeah, shout out to Times Square Church.
They're always trying to get a brother to come back.
They do. They find you. Yo, they find you.
I mean,
and it's great.
Because it's showing that they have love for you, you know?
Yeah.
Because if you was to leave a church and they never ask for you again, then you would
then they don't really care about you. Exactly.
You would feel like there's no Christ there.
Yeah, they care. They cared a lot about like me as a person. The reason I even left, I'm sad I wasn't able to ever come back. But I was in school and it was
studying what exactly?
Studying music. I studied voice, cool. So I have my degree from Brooklyn College in voice performance and opera performance.
So you're a professional then?
Professional.
Okay,
100%.
that's what's up.
Not me, I'm from the block. I'm from the hood.
You got the block.
I got my degree on New Lots Avenue.
What about you, David?
I swear I got my degree on New Lots Avenue. We by the corner store, me and Ak.
Oh my God.
It was like 7 in the morning, I was coming back off my 7 to 7 shift, you know what I'm saying? I had to put the bread in the store, you know what I'm saying, right there, yeah.
And then that's the degree. What is the degree in?
Oh no, my degree, I used to hustle, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I used to hustle, man.
Hustling degree.
Years ago, man. I don't do that no more, though. I'm a changed man. I'm a manager now.
That's good. Right. I know you're doing big things. You're doing big things.
So David, right? Like I've known David since what, 10 years old, right?
9. I think he was 9. So whenever he had a fight in your house, I don't know what year that was.
So that's like 20 years and counting.
Facts.
Dang,
so
some time.
yeah, facts. So
I still owe him some money.
So a lot of people do, but
talk about it. Yo, come with that check.
But it's cool, man. God is good. So, in regards to that, at what age did you really start rapping, and at what age did you start taking it serious?
I started rapping, I think it was like, I was in 6th grade. There was this girl named, what's her name?
6th grade, what was that, 211?
That was IS 211. I went to 211.
Yeah.
I went to 279, I went to Canarsie, I went to 211, I went to Birdie. They used to call me Canarsie, but they started calling me Chaos. Afterwards, Chaos. Yeah, Chaos is like Child Has an Original Soul. It's an acronym. But yeah, I started rapping like in 6th grade. I think it was this girl. Like I was trying to make fun of her.
Say that again. Chaos is an acronym for what?
Chaos is an acronym for Child Has an Original Soul. I turned it to Child Has an Original Sound after a while because it's
Child Has an Original Soul.
Yeah.
So do you think music helped feed your inner child?
Yeah, it actually does. Music and now skateboarding, but music helps feed my inner child because I was doing it since I was a child. So whenever I go back to a song that I could recall, I feel like that kid again. You know what I'm saying?
So it gives you a sense of peace.
It's like peace. Yeah. So I'm chaos, but my music is peace.
So do you ever get real personal in your songs? That's the both of you guys. Like, do you ever get really personal?
Oh yeah, all the time.
You have to.
All the time.
You can't make music and it's not.
So the next question
personal.
is, let's start off with you then.
Yeah.
What was the most personal thing you ever sung about?
Oh man, I sung about my relationship with my mom. I had a song. I have a project out.
Okay.
That's
and where can the people find it?
Yeah, it's actually on Bandcamp. You could find.
You got to get your title right now.
I'm working on a new project that was like an old thing,
okay. But sometimes if you bring old things to new things, the people that never heard the old things is new to them. So.
Facts.
That's true.
Some of my best stuff is my old stuff.
Yeah, that was only a year ago. It's not that old, but it's a project on Bandcamp. You can find it. Free the label. I own an independent label, and we put this out. So free the label. Akela. It's called Opus 1. In the project, this song is called Black.
Dope stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, we had a listening party. The year anniversary was a couple weeks ago.
And what made the song so deep? You said it was about your mother. Like, what made it so deep?
Yeah, well, it was confronting something that, that is not talked about. I mean, I know black families, black relationships can be hard because we're not only building families and relationships like just on an equal platform, but we got generational trauma holding on to all of us. Like, and it impacts how you can have a relationship with your mother if your mother before that was a slave that was beating, it changes things. And so I had to confront my own hurt, like what I had gone through, and not be afraid of like what the response would be. Yeah.
So pain that you felt while growing up that you feel like your mother caused, or that your mother didn't stop?
That, not that she caused, but that was a reflection or an effect of generational pain. Like, you know, you can only love as good as you've been loved, I think.
That's true. That's so true.
The Bible speaks about that, where they talk about generational sin. An example of that would be Abraham. Abraham, as you guys know, he pimped his wife because God told him that he would have eternal riches, but he didn't believe God, so he used his wife to get riches from Pharaoh.
Wow.
And then his son Isaac turned around and did the same thing. He pimped his wife, and then his son Jacob was a trickster that robbed his brother for his birthright. So this is something.
A whole bunch of snakes.
Yeah. So that's something that's been going on since the beginning of time that we're still dealing with even for today. You know, some people say the Bible isn't real, but I feel like someone always say that there's nothing new under the sun, and the world is a circle. So it's the same thing repeating itself, just with different people, different time, different technology,
different ages, same situation,
different situations. Yeah. Like our clothes might change, our utilities and weapons might change, but the man is still the
You're
same.
still doing the same
so
things
true.
Historically, you know,
That's
100%.
so
There we go.
That's the truth.
So now, David, what's the deepest thing you ever rapped about in your songs? Because you call yourself Chaos.
It's funny
so
you say that.
A man named Chaos should have a lot
Crazy.
I mean,
things to talk about.
I mean, I have a lot to talk about. You know, I'm a survivor of this planet. You know what I mean? Like, I done lived through. You know, my mother had 9 kids. I'm her first son. You know, I have 4 brothers and 4 sisters. Shout out to all my brothers and sisters.
9 kids.
Yeah, 9 kids. 9 of
all
us.
grew up in the same house.
All grew up in the same house. All grew up in New York, Brooklyn, New York.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And we all still here today.
Wow.
And basically, my story. I have a lot of situations where I go right into my personal life. You know, I have certain songs that I talk about my mom's and her situation. You know, 4 brothers, 4 sisters. Now you know the strife. You know, certain bars you gotta catch if you know me personally. You know, and I have also this song called Blue. I did. I actually shot a video for it. It's under like Yosador on YouTube. Yosador. It's called Blue. That really talks about like how the city makes me sick. You know what I mean? Like what I dealt with in the city. How all these older people who claim that they could look out for you and they're guiding the youth are really not guiding the youth. They're just using the youth for, you know, material gain and short time pleasures and shit like stuff like that. Sorry. Whew. You know, you get mad when you start thinking about all the negative things in the world. Okay. But I'm all about positive thoughts only. I'm all about me now personally. I'm like, I see everybody's mind as a garden, and your mind should be seen as a garden, and you should water it with positive thoughts, and basically put up a fence so no negative thoughts could get in.
And plant what kind of seeds? Plant
positive seeds, grow positive plants, grow positive trees, cut out all the negative and turn it into fertilizer. Eat the positive fruits. Make a positive hammock between 2 positive trees. Take a positive nap.
Take a positive nap.
You know what I'm saying? Wake up and have positive thoughts again. You know?
I've been working on.
So I've been working on my I've been working on that. So that's why like lately like a lot of doors been opening up. Even just being on the show right now, I was not supposed to be here today. You know, I was trying to not even be here today. But it's like positivity. Another thing is I attract what I think.
Yeah.
I read this book called As a Man Thinketh. And it really put me, it really put me in a state of whatever I think I could be that person. You know what I mean? I could be happy. I could wake up happy. I could be that. I could do that. Like even just yesterday, I started driving. Like I haven't drove I never drove. Like I drove like maybe three times in my life. And now I'm on the road. I actually drove us here.
You got a license?
Yeah, I got a license.
You don't got no license.
But yeah. So now I got my permit, but you gotta have a
licensed adult in the car.
Yeah. You trying to get me locked up?
I'm putting out the truth, right?
You got me been for all this time. He ain't never snitched on me. Anyway,
it's just on national TV. That's
just on national TV.
I just asked the question.
You snitched on yourself.
I plead the fifth round. No, but yeah, that helped me get over like a big fear. Like I was scared of crashing and just like all sorts of things. Like just it was a block in my head. Like don't drive. Really, I was a passenger for not long in the world. Like just a passenger. Now I feel like I could take the wheel and do whatever I got to do to get to where we're going. And
That's deep.
Yeah, that's real deep.
That's deep. So, as a passenger in life, you're saying basically, did you see a lot of people pass you by while basically you was on foot, maybe?
Not only did I see people pass me by, sometimes I was on foot, put out the car, or sometimes
you're not in control.
Sometimes
in that situation.
you just people take you anywhere. You know what I mean? You're not in control, being a passenger.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. That brings me to a point that I was making the other day. I was talking to my brother, and we were just having a conversation. Sometimes I get real theoretical and theological and just philosophical.
Yeah,
sometimes.
you and I had a couple.
Yeah, it's like we had that thing. I don't know. Sometimes it just happens. You have to be caught in the thought
in the
for
moment.
you to actually, understand what's going on. But knowing,
I don't think it's a thought. I think
it is a
more
thought.
So the spirit.
The spirit.
It is a spirit.
You can call it the spirit.
I would say it's the same
But
thing.
I say it's a thought because
it's an energy. It
doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you do. It literally matters what you think. That's why I say it's a thought.
But I think it's more so how you feel in the heart, because when you speak,
That's
speak
what
from the
you
heart,
think.
you speak
Right.
from the mind.
Yeah.
Because usually people, when they speak, perfect example, a scientist will try to rationalize things with his knowledge versus with his heart.
Right.
Speaking,
Like, well, don't you feel this? But you want to.
But that goes with like when you have a conversation with somebody or argument with somebody, and they're giving you opinions, and you're giving them facts. You understand what I mean? So that's another thing. Like, you have to be able to give facts, not just your opinion.
Right.
Everybody has opinions, but there's facts too. You know what I mean?
Well,
Undertones.
it's interesting because this world has become a place where opinions and facts are the same thing. Is what I'm seeing, and it's giving equal weight to people's opinions when facts are facts. It's because everyone wants to protect everyone's feelings. Instead of, there used to be a world where you could just feel what you feel.
Yeah, say what you want.
And say what you want. And it's not necessarily that those things don't have consequences. They do, and they should.
Yeah.
But you should be able to speak from the heart. And then from there, you can correct. You can have an interaction but everyone's afraid of conflict, and
we live in a society today where everyone is walking on eggshells, afraid to say how they really feel.
That's
Everybody's
true.
oversensitive. It's a bunch of weenie worms.
It's like the age of ignorance. I call it in the Vedas. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys know. I read the Vedas, like that's East Indian philosophies and like the scriptures, the Bhagavad Gita, the Srimad Bhagavatam, Hare Krishna, Sitanam Madhagovinda. I'm actually very well versed in the Vedas, and it's basically like we're in the age of Kali Yuga. Yuga is like the ages. There's 4 ages really, and this is the age of lost virtue. This is the age of when everybody's like at their lowest, their low point. Before there's a reset, and then we're back to the good times. You know what I mean? So it's like we're in that age right now. People fighting over pennies on the floor.
You can feel it.
It's so
you walk
charged
out the
in
street,
the air.
you can feel it.
It's in the air.
Really,
What's crazy is last night I received a message from a prophet. Ever since I started delving into the religious realm, I've been receiving a lot of different energies, some positive, some negative, from all over the world, literally, from as far as India to Africa. I think I spoke to you about it a few times.
Yeah.
And at one point, it scared the hell out of me,
Nothing should scare you though,
Like I used to wake up to like 60 notifications on Facebook, and people just started adding me. Now I remember that day was like, you probably hit 5,000 friends.
Yeah, I remember.
I was like, yo, they just coming out of nowhere. Like,
I told it's gonna be more. I said it's gonna be more. My exact words, it's gonna be more.
And I was like, I don't know where they're coming from. And then there used to be these people in India hit me up, people in Africa, like, when you coming over to preach?
Oh, wow.
This and that. And I'm like, yo, like, you gonna pay for me to come? He's like, just pray. God's gonna make a way.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's the truth. That's the truth.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
I think prayer is positive thoughts.
Yeah.
That's all it is. I mean, science proves prayer to be what it's supposed to be. They say you're supposed to meditate within
it's
yourself.
Also like meditation.
You're supposed to, think positive thoughts. These energies create these kind of reactions. It's proven that the words you say cause chain reactions.
That's what they said at first. There was the word, and the word became flesh.
Exactly.
So when you have there's been
And what's the show called?
The real word. The real word.
Powerful, the real word.
And look how much we were able to accomplish in 1 year. It's only been 1 year.
I ain't gonna lie. I remember when you first told me you was gonna do this. I remember we were sitting in your car outside my crib on Euclid, and we was just talking about like what you're gonna do, how you're gonna do it. And I was like, yo, bro, it's about to get crazy. I said, yo, it's about to get crazy. You're gonna have people coming out of the woodwork, want to be your friends.
And then you just say that.
Wanting to be your right hand. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta stay firm in your conviction.
Now you be saying stuff and it be happening. So you've been saying I'm about to blow up. So
yeah, I told you it's gonna happen. Just like I said, I'm gonna make you famous.
I'm like,
I gotta finish my story.
I'm sorry.
Go back real quick. So one of the things that people told me to do was use the spirit of discernment. Shout out to Samuel Tucson. I see you, bro. You send the wave. One of the things that people told me to do was to use the spirit of discernment, because not everybody that's going to come and the name that they claim to come is actually coming in that name.
Yes.
So a lot of people are coming saying that they wanted to work with me or they wanted to mentor me, this and that. You know, some people stick around, some people didn't. Some people came and went, and we're here today. Yesterday I received a message from this lady. She claims to be an evangelist. She gets visions. Funny, I started getting visions too.
Wow.
Recently. There's been a lot of gifts.
It sounds like it's getting scary, and it's scary too.
All right.
How does it feel?
A lot of certain things that I've been able to get, I don't speak about it, you know, but I've done a lot, and the people that's been there, they've seen what I've done. You understand? Like I was able to heal the sick. I was able to cast out demons. I was able to do things of that nature.
Yeah.
But I don't go into depth because
you don't brag about it.
Those individuals that the situation is there, like they're alive, like they know, and they were there. So what this lady was talking about, that same thing that you were saying, that we're in the time where we're at our lowest, and it's about to, you know, reset. But she was using other words, like she was more on the apocalyptic side. So she was saying that we're towards that end, and she said that there's signs that the Lord has given us. One of the signs is the blood moon, and she referred to the blood moon, and she was like how she saw a vision of thousands, maybe millions of soldiers on horseback coming out of heaven, and they're descending onto earth as other forces coming out of the ground. And she's basically prophesizing the book of Revelations. When I was in the Dominican Republic, they said one of the best ways to reach a center or to manifest something is when you're isolated within water. That's why you see a lot of main buildings are either set in water, they got pools of water in front or fountain in front. An example of that would be the World Trade Center, like levitating on water. Even now they have the giant cube, the pool that goes underneath and goes back down.
Infinity pool. And
there's still bodies under the World Trade Center. It's crazy. So it's like they're manifesting a certain type of energy. So when I was in
when you think about Atlantis,
exactly.
Where is Atlantis?
What do they think about it?
So that's another thing. We go deeper in that.
Yeah, we can.
We go deep.
All right, I'll go short. For New York in itself, we got the World Trade Center, right? But when you first come into New York, there's someone that looks like they're levitating on the water. It's the first thing that
Statue of Liberty
to come in. And who was the only person that we know in history to walk on water?
Jesus Christ.
Exactly. So that's what they're.
Jesus Christ.
So that's just one. So while in the DR, I was in a pool of water, and I felt a moment of peace, like a moment of peace where time stood still, and I was like, let me catch this moment if I can. So I just threw myself and I started to meditate, and I fell to the bottom. When I fell to the bottom, I went through the water and touched earth. So when I touched earth, I received a vision. I received the vision of when the slaves was actually brought to the island and was taken off the ship, and I could see it, like I was there, like I saw the slaves walking off the ship. I saw the guys with the hats, like standing on the ships with the muskets. I saw all of that. Like I saw when they was getting beaten. Then I saw when the slaves came back and he killed them and he chopped their heads off, he burned them. I saw all of that, and I saw when he threw them in the water, when they threw the Haitians in the water, and then the water turned red. I just kept seeing visions over and over and over and over and over and over and over.
Deep, man.
And I was like, all right,
you was in tune with the earth. That's at the moment.
Up now.
It's like you was rewriting the tape.
You were with.
And to be honest with
the
everybody,
energy stays in the world.
To be honest with everybody, most of the time when I'm closer to manifesting these gifts or when things is about to happen, I run away from it. I run
I
away.
feel that.
I feel you.
I feel
We all
that.
do.
Yeah.
I did too.
Because
I ran away from it too.
Yeah, me too.
I could've
I
been
get
a millionaire.
visions already. Well, yeah.
And to be honest, sometimes when I feel like I'm too close to the spirit, when I'm doing too much, like I start to do things to push me away from the spirit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I start to drink and things of that nature.
Smoke.
Wow.
Get high.
I'm just like, all right, you know, but
you're never in the wrong place.
never. Like, okay, like my last sermon that I published on Facebook, right? I held on to that sermon purposely for 2 months. I had the video. I just held on to it. I was like, you know what? I haven't put out a sermon in a while. Yeah, I've been doing this show consistently every week. But the sermon, like, I kept doubting myself. Even though, like, I'm consistent with the views and the numbers and it always goes up. And it's
Never about the views and the numbers. It's always about the message.
It's always about the message. And even if you touch one person, you know you did your job.
Yeah.
So, like, I was like, I don't know how the people are going to receive this message. I don't know if I should put it out. I don't know if I should just keep it to myself, you know.
Never keep it
I
to
don't know if I
yourself.
should
Never.
cast it to the wayside. So I was like, you know what? I kept putting off. And I think, low-key, I probably felt that if I put it out, it probably would have brought me to an even higher level that I feel like I wasn't ready to go to as of yet.
Right.
So eventually I put it out and it hit 2,000 views in one day. So that was like the biggest debut for a video that I've gotten. And then it eventually hit, I think, 26 or 28,000 views.
Yeah.
So it was well received. But my fear was that, like, I guess I was scared to put it out to see how the people would receive it and where it would bring me next after that.
Yeah. Sometimes you're like afraid of your own success or
Yeah.
how powerful you can be. Your own power
Exactly.
is scary.
But then sometimes I don't like it. Like sometimes being in a room where everyone knows me and I don't know and I barely know anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you feel comfortable now that I'm here.
I feel weird. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like, I
Yeah.
feel like my back is against the
Yeah, because
wall.
I don't know none of these
bit.
guys. You didn't go. You wasn't shooting in the gym with me.
Yeah. Even now
Right.
that, you know, I got the newborn, like sometimes people come up to me like, oh, let me hold your baby, blah, blah. And I'm like,
Hell no.
Right. Well,
And I'm
people
like,
feel like they know you because they
Exactly.
watch you.
My
That-
daughter,
I've
I
been in
didn't
that
let my
position.
daughter out the house till she was like 1 going on 2.
and that's
People didn't even see her.
And that's what this girl told me one time. She was like, yeah, you post a lot, so, you know, people's always watching and people feel like they know you.
Yeah.
And I'm
It's
like, yeah, but I
scary.
don't know
I
you.
don't know
You know me from the outside.
Right. I mean, I have that happen a lot. People come up to me and they try to be friends and or they want to know about this or they ask me about, oh, I saw that you were here. I saw that you were here. And I'm like, I know I posted it, but like, it feels weird that you don't know me and you just came up to me and just like told me what I did for the last week, you know, like, and you know, it's scary because, but that's what like genuine popularity is.
I don't got those type
like,
of fans. My fans look right at me on the train and they be like,
is that you? Like, oh,
my fans when I'm skating by, they be like, they don't say nothing. Shout out to y'all though. I know y'all still listening.
That's funny.
I get to see the statistics.
We met. Well, I can tell this story. I think I can tell this story. Okay,
Go ahead.
you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so my EP that I was just talking about, its anniversary was like a few weeks ago, July 24th, and so I had a little anniversary party for the year, whatever, and it was cool. It was cool. You know, we just listened. Everybody gave their feedback and just how they really enjoyed it. Blah blah blah. But a woman who was there, Cheryl, shout outs to Cheryl.
Shout out to Cheryl.
Charyl's dope.
And my only
Shout
fan,
outs to
my
Cheryl.
only fan, her son.
And her only fan, apparently in the entire world, which is amazing how this happened.
I played one of my records.
He was playing one of his records after I played all my stuff. You know, I was like, other artists are in the room. Let's hear everybody. He played one of his songs, and she was like, I know this song. No, I know this song. My son plays this song every day. She's like, that's you?
It's me.
What? Like, literally, that's the coolest thing. I think underground success like that, people who just know you, like, because they know you, because they found you and took
They
the
heard
time to
you. They
find
don't
you.
even know who you are. Like,
Right.
they don't know your face.
They
Well,
just
here,
know
hi,
about
it's me.
you.
I'm Chaos Mrs. 718.
Wow.
Hello, hi. Yeah, that's. I think that's real because it's genuine. People are really enjoying like what you do, you know.
Yeah.
So at the same time, though, I mean, while that was cool, I just get freaked out when, like, people, like, you know, they'll come to a show. I do a lot of shows. I post about them a lot, and they'll come to a show. They didn't tell me that they were there necessarily, but, like, I'll go on, and then they'll have pictures tagged of me. Like, she did amazing. She did this, blah, blah, blah. But nobody came up to me and said hi, or, like, it wasn't someone I knew well enough, like, in person. But that's what fans are. So, you know.
Security!
Yeah, I might need to invest in some security. If anyone wants to be my bodyguard,
I got you.
Hit
You remember
me
that
up.
big brother guy?
Oh, him? Okay, facts.
I got you.
All right, cool. I might need some bodyguard.
One of my most memorable moments was, you remember when I did that list of 10 things that everyone should know?
Yeah.
The time when you came?
Yeah, I came to the church that day.
So it was this kid. He was like, "Yo, I watched your sermon with the list of 10 things that every person should know, like how help a man become a man."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Word?" He said, "Yeah, I be watching stuff all the time." And I was like, "Word?" He said, "Yeah." And then he just started to tell me about the stuff that I would say verbatim. I was like, "Wow."
Word for word, right?
Yeah. He was like, "Yo, at one point I was struggling in college. You know, I was going through a bad breakup. I was going through a difficult time. I was ready to quit. And then I watched your video to see what you went through and see where you at right now. I was like, wow, I got to keep going.
That's beautiful.
And I was like, yeah, man, like, that's what's up. He said, yeah, man, like, we be watching. I'm like, yeah, like, I see the numbers, but I don't know exactly who's watching.
Or what's what,
Right.
who's who.
But you know, every view is somebody who you're reaching. Like,
Facts.
sometimes you got to think about, like, it's not about, like, the numbers and the followers. Like, these are people who saw something in you and decided, like, that's something I want to see.
I respect that, man.
You know?
I like that a lot. Like, I remember when I first started, I used to tag every church, every person.
Now they tagging
Now
you.
they tagging
Every
you. Look at
evangelist,
that.
every preacher, everybody, like, look, like, I got something to say. And David even helped me with a sermon one time. He helped me with an intro.
Don't tell them I'm in the songwriting. I'm writing in the back. Don't tell them. I don't want nobody to know
It's
my
too late.
influence in the background.
They know.
He helped me with
I'm
an
not-
introduction.
He helped me get this interview right now.
I'm nobody. Don't come looking for me. I
Don't
can't help
say
everybody.
that. Don't say that.
I can't. You got to take care of your own garden.
So he helped me with the introduction of the miseducation of a Christian. Yeah, with the miseducation of Christian, and he was the one who told me, yo, like, you're gonna be spitting facts, you're gonna be spitting from the heart, but some people might not understand it. So just be like, yo, if you don't believe me, go look it up yourself.
Yeah. Research.
Yeah, you don't have to justify yourself to people.
Anybody could tell you
know?
anything, but if you go into the books for yourself, it's you in the book. It's you in
Your own mind has to decide it.
breaking it down.
And shout out to my boy Stevie, he bring that up all the time. He's like, yo, when you said go look it up yourself, I was like, wow, this guy is inviting
Research.
people to test him.
Yes,
And a lot of
test
people
me.
don't do that, like, you know. And I was
Right.
like, yeah, you know.
You can't be afraid of being infallible. Like, you have to just trust what you
Of course.
have said, you know.
But when you
Yeah.
preach, you gotta use your brain, your heart, and the spirit, and they all gotta be in tune.
It's crazy because I was saying the other day that preachers remind me of car salesmen.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus is a new Buick. Jesus is a new Buick, and preachers are like car salesmen.
Trying to
you
get
know?
him off
they
the
try
lot.
to get him off the lot.
Wow,
Yeah.
I do
And you know,
remember
a lot of preachers, some of them, you know, they have the power to do that. They sell a lot of cars a day, you know what I mean? But then others, they don't really sell nothing. It's nothing, you know what I mean? So you got to pick your car dealership. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? And, you know, and find
But it's
what
all
works
the
for
same
you.
Jesus. I
It's all the
mean,
same
it's gonna
energy,
get
it's all
you
the
from
same force.
Point A to point B to point C.
Facts. And I want
Sorry
people to
about that. Yeah.
I want people to research also what I'm talking about, like what I research. I research the Vedas, the Srimad Bhagavatam, the Bhagavad Gita, Hare Krishna. Like, research that too. Don't just cast out everything to Satan. Oh, that's Satan, or this, that, or that's. Study for yourself, see what it does for you. Because my understanding, when I started studying Krishna consciousness, shout out to Richie Melody for putting me on to Krishna and Little Christ. But I started to understand more about myself.
So you said that a guy named Little Christ put you on
Yeah,
to Krishna.
Krishna, yeah, and his father, Richie Melody.
So do you feel like Krishna is related to the God of Israel? Do you think it's a separate entity?
Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. A lot of people don't know what that is or what that means.
So explain that.
Basically, there are many gods in the world. Anybody who's in control of anything can be considered a god. The god of water, the god of air, the god of this, the god of that. You could be the god of the real word. You know what I'm saying? But
God is
the
sort of
supreme
like,
personality of Godhead is
right.
Krishna. So he has like, you know what I mean, all the qualities of everyone else. And we all are like part and parcel of the supreme. Like a drop of water is to an ocean. Yeah. And we're also always in
So is
either
that the same God or that's a separate God? That's
I'm not sure who the God of what you said the other
God of Israel.
God
God of Israel is the Christian
You
God.
talking about Yahweh? I'm not sure what, you know, I can't delve into the Bible as far as I could delve into the Vedas, but I've studied the Bible and I could tell that there are a lot of similarities in the Supreme. The Supreme is always the Supreme.
I think in every religion,
exactly.
it's really the same. We're talking about the same power source, the same God.
When it comes to Christian, it's just the Supreme personality. Like that's.
And I think that's the issue with religions hating each other.
Yeah.
And going when you're really tapping into the same power source, you just have different names, different histories, world histories that led you to why you say it the way that you say it like this. But when you look back in those histories, you're really talking about that same energy, that
same force,
God
that
force,
Brahman, that
in tuneness with yourself, which makes you in tune with everyone around you.
Yeah. Quick shout out to Ernst P. I see you, and
shout out to everybody watching, man.
Emmanuel
the Lord God Almighty, amen, hallelujah.
What's up, man?
Evangelist Emmanuel.
That's beautiful.
Shout to Marcia Lewis. She said hello. What's up, Marcia? How you doing?
How you doing? And you know what? And I love Jesus. He's amazing.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. He's really gotten me through everything. I bless the Lord.
I said Jesus. And shout out to Rickard Carter. I just seen you.
What up, Rickard?
He was on the episode last week. So shout out to Rickard.
From Canasi, right? Yeah, I remember him.
Hello. Hi. I don't know you, but
what were we talking about?
I don't know. We were talking about a lot.
Krishna, the God, and we was comparing the gods. But there's only one true God.
Yeah, there's only one true
God. I've been studying the Quran lately too, and they talk about your God body, arm, leg, arm, head, you know, or supreme head. Some people say, you know, not super head, guys, supreme head. So you know, they're saying that you're God, but God does live within us.
Yeah, he does.
In the Bible,
he's the maintainer. He's the maintainer.
God lives with us, and that's the spirit that we.
Yeah, that's what maintains you.
The Holy Spirit is.
Yeah.
Before he blew his breath into us, who's nothing but dirt, and Jesus continued to use the Spirit even after death to communicate with the disciples, which is, we could say, the sign of reincarnation.
Reincarnation is, it never dies.
Rickard said, "Oh wow, Samguan here."
He
and
said,
"Oh wait, that's not him."
What up, David?
He thought,
what up? What up?
He said, "I'm doing great, listening to all great program. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed.
Shout to Rickard. Rickard thought you were Sam, but now he's seeing you as David.
What up, David?
I wish I was that light skinned.
Wow.
I'm still
Why would you wish to be light skinned? Okay, let's talk about that.
I don't want you in the joke, goddamn it. I love my melanin.
What's wrong with our chocolate?
I love our melanin.
Thank you.
Wow,
that's it.
So yeah, you guys threw me off the plan.
You threw me off.
Okay, yeah, so
that was the plan.
So yeah, basically like there's a God in all of us, you know, and it depends on how you tap into that God or what you call that God. That's on you.
Yeah.
And that's where you're gonna leave
not only that, but we're all under these modes of nature. Like we have to eat, we have to sleep, we have to.
Our bodily. We can't let our humanity.
It's rules.
Our
Emmanuel
human
said, Jesus
rules.
is God. Lift him up.
It's rules.
And now you're going to start preaching on him.
Hallelujah.
We hit that at the same time.
Funny that you guys mentioned nature. In the Bible, whenever Christ or God wants to speak about God and his power over his dominion over the earth, he uses nature.
Yeah.
Because remember, he came to Job in a whirlwind. Jesus quoted nature. And he said, if you can't explain things within nature, that's within the physical realm. How can you understand things that's in the spiritual realm?
Exactly.
And I think that applies to us today. A lot of us don't even understand the world that's going around.
Exactly.
How can we understand the world of God?
Exactly.
That is so true.
People don't even know the modes.
That's actually amazing. I want to talk about real quick. Like I did this. I just this weekend was in a premiere of this piece called "In the Name of the Earth" composer John Luther Adams, and he wrote a song basically like from the perspective of like the country, like every mountain, every rock had a name. Like he went
That's
and made
dope.
sure he knew every
Shout
name.
out to the trees. Shout out to
Shout
the
out
trees.
to the trees, and shout out to
Rest in peace, Triple X, man. Shout out to the trees.
facts. Shout out to the trees. But yeah, and he made like sounds go with all of it. And there was a West choir, a North choir, a East choir, and it was like you would sing the sounds of the West, the sounds of the, and then in the end we all came through like the oceans, like we all walked through to the end. And we sang as the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans.
Wow, that's dope.
And it was a really like beautiful experience, like very powerful. But it really gave a name to like music is like a spiritual thing for
Yeah, of
me.
course.
I think there's a spirit
Music
in every
is spiritual,
song,
yes, of course.
and it's meant to be. It's created that way, and to give sound to like the earth. Is like naming the earth, like saying like it's there, it's present. You need to listen to it.
Listen to the
You
earth,
know?
people. Listen
Yeah.
to
Even
the
if you want to dive deeper,
Mhm.
instruments themselves is made out of things of earth.
earth. Of the earth, yep.
Right.
Iron.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was beautiful. We used no instruments. It was all voice. It was
Wow.
completely. So it's like we are a part of the earth.
We came from
We are the earth
Yeah.
because we are on it.
The vibration.
created that
And
vibration.
that gave off a feeling.
Exactly.
Speaking of vibration, creating sound, you said you want to sing for us.
Yeah, we're gonna end it off with her singing.
We have
Second.
last 9 minutes.
Last 9 minutes.
You want to sing now or you want to sing
That would be
later?
great. No, this is a good time. We're in the last couple minutes. Yeah,
Okay.
let's
Dope, dope,
wrap it
dope.
up with some.
I
You.
don't think I got your
Singing.
email.
I didn't get to email it.
Okay, so you wanna
But
sing
let's
acapella
use it.
or-
Use it from my
Your phone? Okay.
computer right here. Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead.
Plug that up to it.
Does it need to be plugged in or just mic?
No, you
too?
good.
Okay.
Okay.
Where's the speaker?
Somewhere. I don't know. Some.
Is there another mic?
It's about the side, somewhere like that. I don't.
Mic check, mic.
Oh, perfect.
Mic check, mic check.
That's great. Can we do a quick sound check?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
It's behind here, right?
I'm not sure.
Tell me if y'all hear it. Pull up the screen. I
How
can't
they
really see
gonna
nothing.
Oh well, they can type.
Yeah,
You're
they
right.
can type.
Okay, I'm sorry for undermining the power of the audience. Oh no, this is not a good time for you to be doing your own thing.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Is it on
Well, while she's waiting for that, I'm gonna just do a poem from back in the
Yeah.
days.
Is it on YouTube?
It's called Faith.
It's not. But yeah, go ahead, dude.
It goes, faith is the essence that drives the soul, that lets the mind know you have something to live for. Without faith in this world, how can I be sure about ever thinking of stepping out the door? 3 branches of government with no real law. Could have died of shock if you seen what I saw. For the violence in the streets, jihad in the Middle East, the devil's got more clones than hell's got heat. It's been written in the book that a prophet will speak. Watch out for false claimants, you'll be led to defeat. My name's Chaos, but I'm only looking for peace. Peace of mind that there's a time when the crime will decrease. Give respect to the dead, also known as deceased. Your life is time borrowed, your soul's on a lease. You only get a victory when your destiny's reached. So as time flies and your life's at its peak, watch out for devil's clones and not to see blood leak. My state of mind is full of faith, otherwise I'll be weak. Just a faint sound of silence when you die in the street, and it takes the asphalt when you lie in concrete. This is faith I preach. Absorb the words I teach like a spiritual leash. Peace. Yeah. Thank you.
Bars.
Bars, snaps.
You got another one? Real quick, or you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
She's ready.
I'm here. Okay.
7 minutes, like you said?
No, we got time.
You guys
All
have-
right.
Okay,
She
so.
was ready ever since we ate fish and spaghetti.
Hey!
Take this money. That's it. Y'all too young for that. Y'all millennials. Let's
That's
go.
funny. Oh my goodness, I am a millennial, proud millennial in the
Let's
house.
go.
Okay, so this is a song called Nuit de Toi. It is a French piece by Debussy, Claude Debussy, great composer, and spaghetti, whatever. That's Italy, my bad. Croissant. Okay. But yeah,
Hurry up with my damn croissants.
okay. Anyway, ready? I'm ready.
Use my mic for the beat.
Nuit d'étoiles, sous tes voiles, sous ta brise et tes parfums, triste lyre qui soupire, je rêve d'amour. amor de fort, la serena mélancolie vient éclore au fond de mon cœur, et je t'en l'âme de ma vie, Cécile de la nuit d'étoiles sous tes voiles, sous ta brise et tes parfums, triste lyre qui soupire, je rêve amour de femme, je rêve aux amours de fort. Je revois notre fontaine terrible comme le ciel, c'était rose et ton haleine, et c'était toi sans tes yeux. Nuit d'étoiles sous tes voiles, sous ta brise et tes parfums, triste lyre qui soupire, je rêve aux amours de faune, je rêve aux amours de
Wow, if you at home right now, you better be standing up, clapping. Wow. I'm not here, y'all. This sound crazy.
Powerful.
Wow.
Thank you.
Gift from God.
Thank you.
Gift from God.
Only God, yeah.
Wow.
God
Even
be the
Marcia said,
glory.
wow, beautiful voice. Shout
Wow.
Thank you.
out.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you for having
Episode
me.
34, man. Go watch that,
Yeah.
girl.
What a
Go watch
show.
that.
I
It'll
think
probably
it
go
was my-
viral, hopefully.
Wow. Wow.
Well, we all share it and we see what happens.
Yeah, this
I wasn't even supposed to be here,
I'm
man.
speechless, man. I'm trying to close out this show. Like,
Yo.
the moment sink in for a little bit more. Thank you. So shout out to Emmanuel. He has the closing real word. He said, only through Jesus we can get to God and his fullness. He quoted John 14 verse 6. Jesus said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. Amen.
Dope.
Thank you.
You know, we're going to get you that church, man. I swear we're going to get you that church, all right? Don't worry about it.
He said, amazing. Praise God about your voice.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So, closing thoughts, guys? Or we just going to leave it at that?
Leave it like that. God bless everybody.
God bless America.
So we thank you guys for watching The Real Word, episode 34. I think Miss Akilah, right?
Akela.
Akela.
You had it right the first time.
Sorry, Etienne. I got Etienne, you know, I got that Haitian tongue. And David,
David Cenevil, I'm just chaos, Mr. 718. I'm just some hood guy in the corner. Don't mind, I'm not here.
So I thank you guys for being here with us today. Shout out to
Thank
my
you for
co-host.
having us.
No problem. You guys deserved it. Shout out to my co-host Sanders for
Shout out to
always
Sanders,
being
man.
with us.
Yeah.
We felt you in your absence.
Facts.
And shout out to all the viewers that watched today, and shout out all the people that usually watch every week, and all the people that are
When you see us, say hi. Say hi when you see us.
Yeah.
Say
Yeah,
hi.
we just talked about it. We're not
I'm gonna be on a
afraid
skateboard.
of you saying hi. Just don't
Skate
be
the
weird about
freedom.
it.
Savvy G's. Skate the freedom.
Yeah.
DVD. Live ENT.
be
Shotty
at,
Santana. Creeper.
I'd be at
And if
Brooklyn
you
College.
like this episode, share it, like it,
Please do.
share it with a friend, pass it on to a friend. Sharing is caring. Let me subscribe to our YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/C for channel /The Real Word TV. That's www.youtube.com/C for channel /The Real Word TV. You can also catch us this Thursday at 4 p.m.
I'll be
on
there.
the Brick Network. Also, if you want to donate, we're trying to
diapers.
Give to the children.
A diaper tour, Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, Staten Island. Last year we gave
diapers.
Last year we gave away 2,000 diapers, 3,000 wipes, you know, and all the things that we did.
Send them diapers.
We go to the Instagram, Rickard.
Diapers are expensive.
That's why we do the charity.
Instagram, guys. What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is Positive Thoughts Only 718.
Okay, and yours?
Akilah.ce.
And where else can they find your music?
You can find my music on iTunes, Tidal, Spotify, Tweezer, Amazon, everywhere. Just type Chaos Mr. 718. CHAOSMR 718. Boom.
You can find me live for now. I will be auditioning for the Apollo soon. You know, keep up with that. Just auditioned for Voices of Brooklyn. It might be at King's Plaza soon. Just follow me. I'm a live girl, and music is coming soon, very soon. Probably end of this year. Fingers crossed. If everything goes as it should.
And I'll close it out with a prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for what you've done for us. We thank you for this moment of time we could come here together as one. Unto your glory, thank you for the gifts that you bestowed me and everyone else on this panel. Help us to continue to do your work. Help us to be great, and help us to not cast our pearls to the wayside. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching.
You.
We'll see you again next week, same time, same place. You already know. Good night.
Good night.